There's a strange ritual that happens aboard cruise ships. You dress up, walk into a dining room full of strangers wearing suits they don't own in real life, and you pretend, just for a moment, that this isn't mass-produced food being plated for thousands at a time. Tonight was lobster night on the Carnival Magic, and like fools with hope, we showed up hungry. We started with the beef carpaccio, thin ribbons of raw beef laid out like a promise someone actually intended to keep. The truffle cream was subtle, but present. The shaved parm did its job, and the mixed greens remind you someone tried. The bread served with it, stale, not day old baguette romance stale, but more like forgot about it during hurricane prep stale. Next came the shrimp cocktail. Cold shrimp, cocktail sauce, predictable. Good enough to eat, but nobody's writing poetry about it. Perfect metaphor for a cruise ship fine dining. Safe, unimpressive, unavoidable. Then the corn chowder. Warm, familiar. The kind of soup that tries to hug you without asking permission. Not life-changing, but not regrettable. The mains arrived like a parade of ambition and confusion. The chicken cordon bleu showed up first. Golden, stuffed with ham and cheese, surrounded by broccoli, cauliflower, and potato wedges. And it was fine. That's the word. Fine. Like a blind date that isn't awful, but also isn't interesting enough to remember. The New York strip followed. A house steak with mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes buried in cheese. Not a bad steak, but if you ever had a real one, you'll taste the compromise before you swallow. Then came the Beef Wellington. A dish on land takes finesse, patience, skill. Here it came perched on vegetables with a potato au gratin and a Madeira mushroom sauce. Like a greatest hits album for someone who stopped caring about after track 3. Respectable attempt, but the puff pastry died in transit. The grilled swordfish. That was the moment someone in the kitchen whispered, "Let's get fancy." Smashed fingerlet potatoes, fava beans, cherry tomatoes, all bathing in a citrus saffron sauce, bright enough to remind you that you're at sea. It worked. It didn't blow our minds, but it worked. Somewhere in all of this chaos came the prime rib, the grilled salmon, and the Indian dish. No one bothered to identify. Chef's choice, they say. Mystery curry. Pick your title. It tasted like the kitchen cared that night. Rich spices, layered flavor, a rare moment of personality in an otherwise corporate menu. Then, finally, the lobster tail. The reason half the dining room pretended this night was special. Buttered, steamed, small enough to make you check if it was a sample size. Better than expected, but still exactly what you expect to see. Cooked at scale. The kids, like every night, ordered chocolate ice cream and lived their best uncomplicated lives. Kids don't overthink food. Adults ruin everything by comparing. The Grand Marnier Soufflé, light, warm, and almost fragile, with a server pouring the custard straight into the heart. Sweet, boozy, classic. The kind of dessert that reminds you why people keep coming back to the cruise dining rooms, because sometimes things go right. Then the creme brulee. Vanilla custard buried under a glassy sugar top that shattered the way all good endings should.
Listen.
We tasted a seasonal fruit out of obligation, not desire. It was fruit. Moving on. We ended with the creme brulee because that was the only thing that earned the right to close this chapter. Cruise dining isn't about perfection. It's about the gamble. The chance that somewhere between the stale bread and mystery curry, you'll find a bite that makes you forget you're eating at sea with 4,000 strangers. And on nights like this, even when it's uneven, inconsistent, and occasionally misguided, the gamble feels worth it.
That is very good.
You got a what in your hand? Comment tree below. A tree?